All right, so Apocalypse of the Gods Chapter 5, we're going to be talking about all the leaks that we've gotten so far with a new god revealed. And at the end of the video, we're going to be talking about a couple new Record of Ragnarok leaks for Chapter 95, so stay tuned for that. Before that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell because the full breakdowns are imminent. They're going to be coming out as soon as we get the full translations of the full chapters. So if you want to see those videos, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. This chapter, we are going to get the full reveal of Prometheus. This is what he looks like. His first initial panel looks awesome to me. He kind of gives me like Winter Soldier vibes, kind of looks like a similar outfit to Leonidas besides what's on his waist. But then you see his actual face and it is a little bit weird looking. They're touting him as the first outer god, so another outer god, which I wasn't really expecting for him, but they're touting him as the first outer god, and he has a serious beef with all the gods. And he has a specific goal and reason for entering this tournament that could be disastrous. So this is going to be super interesting. We're not going to find out what that is till next month apparently, but regardless, I don't see him beating Wukong. We got another cool pan-in shot of everybody reacting to something. This might be a reaction to the end of Cul Lin versus Ra. It also could be a reaction to Prometheus, not sure just yet, but I think this is probably the coolest I've seen Wukong look thus far. With that said, in the aftermath of the Cul Lin fight, it is confirmed absolutely that Cul Lin won. Some people were on the fence about that despite the fact that we had the official time card for the match and everything. But yes, we see Cul Lin in the aftermath, and the gay Bolg has apparently put itself back together. So he's going to be able to use his weapon in the next round, which is a little bit weird, but that might just be how it works. It's mystical ability. It just always comes back. No shot of Ra so far, so we don't know if he's alive or dead. I talked about this in my video yesterday where I said I'm leaning toward him probably being alive, and somebody said, hey, I do think that, like, you know, it makes more sense for him to be dead, but this is a different style of tournament. We obviously didn't see Ra turn into the green crystals last chapter, and there's no incentive where like the soul has to be on the line. We also have a character, Indra, who shows up in the main series, which takes place after this one, that is in this tournament. So unless you think that Indra, the guy that lost to Rudra, is winning this entire tournament, he loses his match and still survives. Obviously it's possible he gives up his spot. I just don't see that happening. He's on the promotional material and I think he's gonna get a cool fight. But yeah, so after this we see Ku goes to the infirmary, and apparently the gods don't seem to be too happy with Ku winning because he has very shitty situations for his infirmary. We've seen the infirmary look awesome for the likes of Shiva and other of the more prominent gods, but they gave him a pretty bad treatment area. So I think this might be a running theme going through the tournament for Ku, and more than any time before in this series, I am feeling the main character energy for Ku. This kind of tells me that there's going to be a storyline of him earning the respect of the gods, because they don't seem to respect him after beating Ra, at least from this. Now obviously it's just a picture, we don't have any of the dialogue, but as he progresses I feel like more and more people are going to respect him. This is obviously because he's a demigod and everything, but we'll see how this all plays out. It is still going to be a tall task to get past Wukong in round 2, so I'm going to be on the fence in that round. I think it's perfect that those two are probably going to fight, because it's going to be unpredictable even for somebody that could have main character energy. Cool shot of Prometheus, and Ku seems to be back with his full fighting spirit, so not too wounded. He's ready to fight. He's bandaged up. It looks pretty cool in my opinion, and that smile never fades. So that's going to do it for those leaks so far. Now we're going to move over to the Ragnarok leaks. So we talked about in the first spoiler video that Okita is victorious, which is again confirmed here. Heimdall announces it as him winning, and it looks to me like the time card is present there at the bottom, but this is the final shot. This is where the ambiguity comes in from the other leaker, where he's like, still could end up being a draw because Okita has collapsed, and obviously the Shinsengumi was all crying, so it's possible he ends up dying, if you remember what Onigo said and what Brunhilde alluded to. So we'll have to see. This is going to be a big cliffhanger going into next month's chapter. I could see a scenario, because we obviously don't see the Valkyrie here, so I could see a scenario where she somehow saves his life, but we'll have to wait till next month for that confirmation. But yes, here is a more clear shot of Susanoo completely fading away to the abyss, into the crystals, and losing the fight. There was also some more reports about like what happens in the final sequence, and it just seemed like Okita and Susanoo both went for a slash, and Okita was faster slightly, and he won the clash, and that was that. So it's going to be a super exciting chapter. As I said, make sure you're subscribed because these full breakdowns are going to be really cool. We also got this shot of Anubis. Talked about him a little bit in the first spoiler video, but he does look like he's really excited, really preparing for the fight. So again, all the speculation, these are some of the best months when we're preparing for the next round, because we have so much up in the air. We have no idea who's going to fight, who's going to step up next, and what's going to happen in the interim between the other gods outside. Like last time, we had the huge surprise of Odin fighting Buddha and Beelzebub. So exciting times for Ragnarok. I'm going to be covering it all here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.